The world as we know it is coming to an end. You, the audience, are in a lifeboat and there's only one open seat left. These 6 professors will try to convince you why they should be saved and why their department will be the most useful for the new world. Who will you choose?
So once again, professors should not bash other departments. Rather, they should argue why their department would be most useful for the new world. So let the debate begin. First, we'll start with Dr. Christopher Witt from the Political Science Department.
When it comes to trying to organize life within those various circles that you belong to, you end up needing a lot of the things that we provide in political science. You need to figure out how everyone's interest is represented within those groups. You have to remember that in political science, we are not simply politics. There are other people that mess these things up. We probably tried to tell them not to do whatever happened that got us to the end of the world, as we try to do on a regular basis now. We try to figure out the best ways that things would work. That doesn't mean that everybody's going to listen to us. But now we have a chance to start over again. So, if you let me onto the boat, it'll be something like you have an intellectual Swiss Army knife. I'm going to be there to try to help you to organize your thoughts, organize how each and every one will be able to work together. Because if we don't figure out a way to work together and everyone chokes one another and throws themselves off the boat, have we done ourselves a whole lot of good?
Take a look at this in another way. As far as biology is concerned and biologists, a couple things to keep in mind. First of all, we're really a fun bunch. And so you're never going to be bored with having a biologist around. You find somebody that is a well-trained biologist, obviously knows about life, knows about genetics, knows about everything as far as all the living creatures in the world. And so you'll find that as far as to have a person on the boat who would be a biologist, you're getting, in a way, a jack of all trades. And contrary, and I'm not going to bash another professor, but contrary to what Bill Hammer is going to say, I think that if you want to build a world better, you want to build the world so that you know what's going on, you want to have a hell of a lot of fun doing it, you're going to need a biologist to be on the boat. That's all there is to it.
First off, I'd like to thank you all for coming here. You know, I want to get along too, and I want to have a good time, but I also want to eat. And in order to do that, we need entrepreneurs, and we need business. So in order for the new world to survive, people need jobs. You know, yes, we like to bash evil corporations, but corporations provide jobs. In a new world, I want success, I don't want failure. If we got here on this lifeboat, it's because we failed. So let's start over. If you want the new world to succeed, you need a strong economy. In order for the economy to succeed, you need jobs. You need innovation. You need creativity. None of that's free. Business is perhaps one of the most diverse disciplines as far as its foundation. We are reading psychology, economics, anthropology. And finally, business strongly focuses on the importance of organization. I teach my students in their Intro to Management class the importance of skill, the importance of working together, the importance of coming up with a plan and going forward. So vote for business administration. We will save you. We will make your world better. We will learn from our history, and we will continue into a stronger future. Thank you.
First, a bigger, better raft. You've seen it probably before, it's the Bible, yes. I've got a blueprint for a boat that says we can bring not just one person, but a whole bunch of people and animals 2 by 2. We're all going to fit. We're in the universe, they just boat with dinosaurs. Why are we here? What kind of government do we need? How do we care for each other? All of these major questions. Religion majors know important literature, they ask good questions, but they have really good life skills.
God is the apocalypse. I'm not going to be able to have a PowerPoint. I'm going to have to be standing there. And I put you to my t-shirt and making a case for why I should go on the boat. If you got an apocalypse, you're looking to survive. You're looking to make fire. You're looking to find truth. Where do you find truth? Slim, geologist find. Where do you find gold? Geologist find. Where do
do you find fluoride for your toothpaste?
Understand, geology is not only important for the for science to move on, but
He said biologists are chemists and physicists and mathematicians. Geologists are chemists, physicists, mathematicians, and biologists. So we know where to find resources. Resources that are going to be vital. Renewable resources, non-renewable resources. Water. Salt-free margaritas.
What you really want is not simply survival, not even building corporations and finding food, chalk, pencils, which are all fine. What you want is the kind of life that's actually worthy of you, actually worth living. And who will examine? Well, you, of course, with the help, of course, of philosophers. Because this is what philosophers are trained to do. What you want is a certain kind of self-image and self-idea to be actualized through the process of working through what you really believe and what you can claim to hold. This is why we have a lifeboat. This is why our species are worth saving. So this is why philosophers should be on Life Raft. Because once you've made it to shore, and once you've built your corporations, and once you've found the food, and once you've found your social relations, what are you going to do with all of that?
Before it goes to somebody else.
Congratulations to our second Life Raft debate winner, Dr. William Hammer.